What's up, Commanders fans? Let's get after it. We're jumping into another news roundup here on the channel with the latest on your Washington Commanders. As always, we're keeping it fast, objective, and fully updated. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. We've got daily videos to make sure you don't miss a single beat. And do me a solid, smash that like button right now. It helps the channel grow and keeps me hyped to keep bringing this heat to you. All right, guys, here's the scoop. We've got a massive update that is basically a red alert for the rest of the league. The Commanders are eyeing Jaelan Phillips. He's coming off an insane resurgence with the Philadelphia Eagles. After getting shipped out by the Dolphins mid-season in 2025, Phillips proved that when he's healthy, he is straight-up elite. Check out the numbers that have Adam Peters drooling, a 77.1 PFF pass rush grade, the second best of his career, 44 total pressures since Week 10, and a top 20 ranking in the NFL in pass rush win rate. He's only 26 years old. Yeah, he's got the injury history, but he finished the year on fire. He's the definition of a high-risk, high-reward player who can completely shift the culture of a franchise. The plan circulating behind the scenes is aggressive and honestly genius. Sign Jaelan Phillips in free agency to lock down a young, productive vet and then still use our 7th overall pick in the draft to snag another elite edge rusher like David Bailey or Reuben Bain Jr. Imagine a defensive line with Phillips on one side, a monster rookie on the other, and Johnny Newton causing havoc up the middle. That's not just a defense, that's a brick wall. With Phillips admitting he's unsure about staying in Philly and looking for a competitive spot for his family, Washington, with our massive cap space, is the logical destination. Dan Quinn knows 2026 is a make-or-break year. He's bet on young coordinators, and now he needs pure talent on the field. Snagging a guy like Phillips, who already knows the division, would be a masterstroke against our NFC East rivals. The board is set, and the money is there. Now we just need Adam Peters to pull the trigger. But I want to hear from you. Would you take the injury gamble and drop $20 million a year on Jaelan Phillips, or would you rather spend that cash on a big-time wide receiver to help out Jayden Daniels? Drop your take in the comments below. Moving right along, huge update coming in. Jayden Daniels just dropped a massive hint that nobody saw coming. In a recent interview with Yahoo Sports' Nate Tice, Jayden mentioned he'd love a reunion with his former Arizona State teammate. And let's be real, you don't just casually bring that up after a tough season unless there's a blueprint behind it. We're talking about the duo that absolutely terrorized college football. Back at ASU, Daniels and Brandon Aiyuk were unstoppable. Now, look at the board. Deebo Samuel is likely walking in free agency, and Terry McLaurin is coming off a year where he dealt with nagging injuries and constant double teams. The stage is set. Jayden knows that to take this offense to the next level, he needs that instant chemistry. The situation for Aiyuk in San Francisco has become untenable. After all the contract drama, preseason turmoil, and a fractured relationship with the Niners front office, the path to Washington looks like a red carpet. Our GM, Adam Peters, knows Aiyuk inside and out from their time together in the Bay Area, and Jayden is basically handing him the treasure map. Just imagine Terry McLaurin on one side, finally free from double coverage, Brandon Aiyuk on the other, with years of chemistry with the QB, and Jayden Daniels with time to throw now that the line is getting shored up. That's not just an offense, that's a weapon of mass destruction for the NFC East. Bringing in Aiyuk kills two birds with one stone. It gives Jayden a safety net he can find with his eyes closed and takes the massive weight off McLaurin's shoulders. If Adam Peters wants to prove he's listening to his franchise QB, he's gotta pull the trigger on this move. When a QB of Jayden's caliber starts naming names, the front office better pay attention. Jayden Daniels already sent the invite. Now the ball is in Adam Peters' court. I want to hear from you. Would you be down to drop a $25 to $30 million a year contract to see Aiyuk and McLaurin pair up? Or do you think we should dump all that cash into the defense? Let me know in the comments below. To wrap things up today, when Peters took over, he didn't just inherit a team, he inherited a dumpster fire. 30 years of losing, toxic contracts, and a broken locker room culture. What he's done in 3 years is nothing short of remarkable, but the bill is due. Peters cleared the cap space and landed Jaden Daniels, the guy. We went from being irrelevant to the NFC Championship game. Daniels has proven he's the leader DC has waited decades for. While everyone else was looking at vets, Peters was killing it in the draft. Jerzon Newton brought the grit, Mike Seinrichtel became the sheriff of the secondary, and Ben Sinnott showed us the modern TE has finally arrived in Washington. And let's talk about the Bill lottery. Finding Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt in the 7th round was an absolute masterstroke. The kid led the team with 805 yards and 8 TDs. He's not just a backup, he's proof that Peters can find diamonds in the rough where nobody else is looking. But look, Commanders fans have patience, but it's not infinite. After a 5-12 record in 2025, brutalized by injuries to Jaden and Terry, Peters' 3rd year is the moment of truth. The priority status 2026, Mission QB, protection, trending up, solidified Josh Connerly Jr. and extend Tunsil. Pass rush, critical. Use the 7th pick or free agency to find Newton a partner in crime. Depth, red alert. The roster is aging. Time to inject some youth into the defense. The 2026 draft and a war chest of over $76 million in cap space are the tools Peters has to turn potential into results. If we kick off the 2026-2027 season as a legit playoff contender, Peters is a hero. If we stall out again, that eternal rebuild narrative is going to come back fast. The plan was solid, but now we need wins. The era of speculation is over. So tell me, do you still trust the Peters process 100% after those 12 losses in 25? Or is his seat starting to get warm if we don't make the dance this year? Sound off in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell, because this roster news could break at any second, and I'll be right here to cover it. We're in this together. Thanks for the support, and let's go Commanders!